mental floss. But it was a pretty good night, I'm not gonna lie. Considering, I do be pocket watching just a little bit. So compared to the pockets that I was able to watch a little, I feel like I did pretty great. It was not the best night in the club. There were not a lot of people at all. So being able to make do with what was there, I'm very grateful. I have a lot of gratitude. It was not like, your regular Friday, weekend day, especially out here in Vegas. I imagined way more. But again, just grateful. Just living in a state of gratitude and knowing that things could be way worse always. So I'm grateful for how great that they actually are. Actually great. It may not be as phenomenal as I imagined, but guess what? Maybe I'm not ready to handle that. Maybe phenomenal is not something that is good for me right now. I need to wait to get that. So, yeah, I know God has me in this season for a reason. And I'm just figuring it out day by day, step by step. It was a very interesting night. Like, I actually want to talk about, like, what happened damn near, like, 2-3 weeks ago first. It was definitely, like, 3 weeks ago, minimum. I think either 3 to 4, but it was definitely 3. Because it wasn't, it was after Thanksgiving. Was it? Or was it before? I think it was before Thanksgiving. Anyways, that night when I made, like, it was damn near $1,000. And to be honest, like, that's been, like, considering how slow the strip club's been, like, $1,000 is a good night, so it's one of my very few good nights. And yeah, so basically it started off, there was a group that I was about to go sit with, but they were getting moved to the other section where, like, they were going to be serving food for the party, for a fight that was going on. So I, like, caught them as they were about to move, and I was like, hey, is it okay if I come with you guys? And they were like, yeah, sure. So I was the only girl amongst, like, 5 to 6 guys, but it was pretty cool. I made myself very comfortable. The guy that I was talking to, he was super cool, super duper cool, but he kind of made it clear that he wasn't going to spend no money, but he put me on to who was going to spend money. So I pretty much just, like, worked my way into that. But I also went and got some other girls, because it's all these guys and it's just me. So I think whenever it was my turn to go on stage, when I got off, I saw these 2 black girls, and I was like, hey girls, come over here. I got these guys. There's nobody else over here. They got bottles and shit, whatever. The least you could do is drink, So we ended up drinking and eating. They got us food and all type of stuff. Like, we just had a grand old time. And then me and one of the other girls, we ended up getting dances too. One of the girls didn't, but we did get some money out of the situation. And then I was on stage and I noticed that the 2 girls were in a section that was blowing BMF money pretty fastly. So when I got off stage, I was like, oh, here I come. Actually, I acted shy. I'm not going to lie. I acted very timid. Like, I didn't want to go in their section. Like, I kind of just stood there trying to, like, kind of maybe wait for one of their attention. Like, one of them to give me their attention so I could tell them I'm coming. But after a while, they didn't give the shit to me. I probably waited like 2 to 3 minutes. And then I just went up there and I was like, hey, y'all, I'm just here. I lied. I was like, I'm just here to have fun with you guys. I understand that you're bad. I don't even know why I said that. Bitch, I put y'all on the money. Like, what the fuck? So it ended up being, we all split the bag. Like, I went up there and I participated with them. And we all had us a grand old time. We really did. What's crazy is I'm gonna tell y'all the real spiel. I'm gonna tell y'all everything. So one of the girls, I know her from another club, and we kind of like hit it off really quick. Actually, it's the girl who had gotten super drunk and failed, and so that I was trying to help out and whatnot. So I knew her. She was one of the girls. the girl that actually got the dance with me from the first group and then was in the section. So anyway, she kept saying like, I need Coke, I need Coke, I need Coke, I need Coke. And I'm like, okay. I was like, well, I have a friend, like one of my dudes, like he sells Coke. I'm gonna see if he'll come up here or whatever. But I don't think I ever made it around to like, actually see him. So she's just like, so she's saying, I want drugs, I need Coke, whatever, you know how they be. So anyways, we make our little bag. We probably made like, I don't know, maybe 200 each. So what's that? 600 they probably spent. So anyways, we make our little bag. It was nice. 200 plus each. And oh shit. While we're counting the bag, actually one of my homegirls, I'm not gonna say which one of them, she, started grabbing some ones that she saw and just putting them on the ground. As you should, baby, because what else? Like, you need help spinning? Do you need help spinning? Because I can help you. The fuck? Fuckery? Let me help you. Here. Just a little sliding of the ones. Let me help you spin. You're in a strip club. Spin that shit. So anyway, she helped them spin. And, yeah, so we're counting our money, counting our ones out. And there's a bag of Coke in our ones. Literally a bag of Coke in our bag of money. And we were like, what the fudge? So anyways, them hoes went and did it. And I had said something while they was in the stall. I basically was like, it's a lot of y'all in this fucking stall, like y'all being hot and shit, basically is what I was saying. And so they took it as me being hot. At least one of them did, because it was basically my issue was, it was a bitch that wasn't even with us that was in there. Like, why are you reaping the benefits? Whether I'm taking the Coke or not, whether I'm in the stall or not, you should be in there. You feel me? So she was in there, and I'm just like, dang, like it's a lot of people in there. What the fuck? I'm seeing something about that skibbity shit. And so I think it was the same one who wasn't supposed to be there was like, damn, you blowing up the spot, you little pissy asshole, shut up, or something like that. And I just waited for her, and I said, who's the pissy asshole? Like, I literally waited for them to come out of that stall, and I waited a good little minute. I probably waited a good 5 to 10 minutes. I'm not gonna lie to you, somewhere between there. And I just stood there and I waited, and as soon as they came out, they was like, oh shit, you look like somebody mama that's mad. What's wrong with you? I said, no, I'm just trying to put a face to a voice with who thinks I'm a pussy ass hoe, because it's never been that. And so yeah, they were like, oh no, I wasn't talking about you, whatever, me, blase. But yeah, so that's what happened that night. And then, made some other money. But tonight, I'm gonna have to talk about it tomorrow, because I'm fucking house and I'm tired as fuck. I'm not gonna sit in the car today. I gotta take my son to get his haircut. But yeah, I did make like $500 after tip out. I tipped out a decent amount of people and a decent amount of money. I also tipped some dancers. It was some dancers that I had met before that were there. I met them. Oh shit! Now I gotta go. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop this. $600. Let's take home $500, and I'll probably tip the $100. Or maybe 4 and 5. I really don't know. And the honest to God truth is, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna give this weak ass shit to my son. Shit weak as fuck.